So now I put heaps of Vaseline on this, I can pop it back into place, like so. Now, I need to try and turn that just to get it started. Be careful you don't cross thread it. Pop it into place, withdraw the needle, grab your socket. Now take the socket out of the housing so you can feel what's going on, because I need to know I'm not cross threading it. So just work it back and forth. There we go. All the way home. Now, don't tighten it up. No, don't tighten it up. Because what I need to do is, the new needle, I'm going to put heaps of Vaseline on the thread section of the needle. And I'm going to very carefully centre it and slide the new needle back in to there. Okay, there it is. There's the new needle. Just coming through now the thread. So while the thread is not protruding too far, grab my socket, put it back on there, hold the needle into place, and with the socket, the driver, gently do it up. Now you're not going to over, tight, no need to. All you're going to do is nip it up like so. So all that is, in essence, is just a little nip. So I've got a big handle here. I'm not going to go do it up nice and tight. So what I've actually done now is I have just squashed that seal, that double lip seal, onto the needle. So look, the needle's got a little bit of resistance now to come back. So now that I've done that, what I need to do is just slide the needle forward so I can see it there. Don't let the thread go back down that boss. And with the backing washer, bit of Vaseline, bit more Vaseline on that shaft. Now I can reinstate this. So very carefully, put your finger on the front of it and push that needle back until you can get this started on there, like so. Wind it on. Now if I feel the needle on the other end spinning with my finger, yes I can. So I've got it started on there, so I suggest you put it in the vise so you can hold it still, because now what I don't want to do is damage that brand new needle and seat that I've just put in there. So very gently slide the pliers in, or if you're lucky enough to have the appropriate tool, use that. Push that back so it's in the pliers and the jaws have got it. Do the rest of it up by hand. You need to keep sliding it forward so the pliers can grab it for me, like so. Don't put a screwdriver up on that square edge because you will damage the thread inside the gun. If you do that, it's not pretty. You've just compromised the gun body. So then you have to go and buy a new gun. You won't be happy. So, do I put much pressure on it? One, little bit of resistance, and that's it. If I over tighten that, there's no way known I'll get it out. Now look what's happening to the trigger now I've done that. Okay, whack the spring in. Oh, hang on a minute. Before I put the spring in, let's put some Vaseline to create a non-corrosive environment for myself. A little bit of Vaseline on the thread, like so. Pop it down in the housing. Now, let the trigger come forward to take the pressure off the spring, start it in there, and then do it up. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do this all the way up so that the tension's on the spring before I even attempt to put the seat in place, okay? I want the seat to be replaced without the impediment of the needle. So I'm going to put the spring in and tighten it. There it is, it's all home, so it's ready for protrusion. The protrusion is to go into the new seat. So here's the trick. What you'll do is grab some Vaseline, smear it on that edge. Now there is a copper washer in there. Flick it out with a screwdriver, flick the new one in and just push it into place. They're very soft, so don't use excessive force and don't damage that inner thread because this won't start. So here I go. I'm going to sit that over the hole because now I've got a new needle. I have to depress the needle away from the seat to do that up. So get that started in there, and this is the telltale sign if you've damaged any thread, because you'll feel it straight away. Guess what? I've probably done it once or twice, so I know I don't want to damage any thread. So I've held the needle off the seat, because remember what I said, if I leave that needle up on that seat one turn and I've put a ring in it. So now what we do is we go back to the vise, And remember what I said, I have to depress that. Put this on here, tighten it up. Do I over tighten it? Absolutely not. Like so, because you've just squashed it into a soft parent metal and it'll seal. So there you go, there's my gun, good to go. So if you follow that procedure, I tell you what, you'll fix it every time, all the time.